A pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. John Cannon coming to you live from Yellow Jacket Baseball Field. This tonight we have a District 32 5A matchup featuring the visiting Brownsville Veterans Chargers against your very own Ed Calchelsa Yellow Jackets. This is a very, very important game tonight because the Chargers come in undefeated in district play with a perfect 10-0 record. And as for Ed Couch, they enter this game at 7-3. Tonight, joining me on the broadcast, a man who is glad to be back in the booth with me, man who needs no introduction. He's known as Cleveland Joey, but I told him he's got to leave the Cleveland out of here this evening because this is a New York Yankees press box. I'm speaking about none other than Joey Calvillo. Joey, welcome back, man. It's great to have you here.
Thanks, John. I enjoy being in the booth, especially with you. Tonight's special night. Beautiful rally towels given out tonight. Very special event going on tonight for the Ed Calchelsa Yellow Jackets family. So we've got a family coming out and donating the rally towels. We're going to have an interview with the family of the Segura family. Of course, you know the tragic accident that happened on, I think it was 77, going out, and you see kids travel, parents travel during the summer for all kinds of different events. And in this case, it was for 7-on-7 football. 7-on-7 football, very popular. You see the fans go every summer and go out there. Very good activity for the football players to get ready for the football season. And that tragic accident happened. We're going to talk to Mr. Segura during the halftime to see what he's doing in loving memory of his son and what he's done to honor his son in such a special way. Once again, Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon here at Yellow Jackets Baseball Stadium on the campus of Ed Calchelsa High School. You can join us on the very own YouTube page on the Ed Calchelsa ISD Facebook page, or excuse me, the YouTube channel. Something new they're doing here, and make sure you join us. If you're watching us on Facebook, the esports.us Facebook page, thanks for joining us. But if you want to see a little bit better, look on the YouTube page. That's much better. All right. So, John, I want to ask you a couple questions in regards to this team. I know that talking to some of the coaches earlier, they were talking about a no-hitter where you lost. Very rare in baseball.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. Joseph Gonzalez threw a no-hitter against Brownsville Veterans last time, but lost the game 1-0. And the sequence was, if I remember, it was a walk, a pass ball, and a pass ball. And that's hit by pitch. Okay, there we go. Walk, pass ball, hit by pitch is what brought in the run. So, and another wild pitch, I believe, is what scored the one run. So, bats couldn't really get going for Ed Couch that night. But, since then, they've been on a tear. They've been playing really well. Bats have come alive. We're going to see Joseph on the mound again tonight, and he wants to get some revenge and wants to get that win. But I tell you what, going against him, you're going to recognize this name, Joey. Justin Anaya from Brownsville Vets, the hard-throwing righty who, he's getting a lot of looks right now at the D1 level. So you're going to see two of the best square off tonight. This is going to be what we like to call a pitcher's duel.
For Yellow Jackets on the mound tonight, it's going to be Joseph Gonzalez. Hard pitcher as well, like his stuff, coming off of a very successful outing last time. Last time these two teams met, 1-0 score, so may not look for a lot of runs tonight. Probably more defense than anything else, and more pitching duel we're going to look at tonight. On the other side for the Chargers, it's going to be, let's see, who's going to pitch? Well, Justin Anaya we talked about, so let's see how that goes for the Chargers. So Yellow Jackets is going to be wearing their white pants, white tops with the jackets in the gold, white caps. And you're going to see the Chargers from Brownsville Veterans Memorial wearing the blue and red top with the gray pants and the red hat. I was telling John earlier, I said, I'm glad I didn't wear my Cleveland Browns or Cleveland Indians cap because they look a lot like the Cleveland Indians uniforms or more like caps with the C. So wearing my black, wearing my black, but that's probably for a Charger. So I'm not wearing the Charger stuff today. So pregame going on. The umpires are looking at the field, infield more exactly to be exact.
All right.
Rain that we had this afternoon, kind of affecting what's going on.
All right. Let's do it.
So let's see what we have in store for the infield. messing around with the dirt a little bit. John's going to talk a little bit more about that.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that, but something we've been doing here, Joey, that's kind of fun is we have a topic that we talk about every game. And tonight, due to the fact that we had the rally towel giveaways, I think tonight's topic should be some of the greatest giveaways in baseball games. And one that I'm going to mention, and I know you're going to give me a dirty look, the terrible towels from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I always remember those. Every time I see a Steelers game, those terrible towels are all over the place. You know, that's obviously one. But fans, we want your feedback. Some of the greatest giveaways, maybe at a baseball game, football game, whatever it may be. Give us your feedback on eesports.us, on our Facebook page. You can also comment on the YouTube page as well. But that's going to be tonight's topic. Some of the best giveaways, or what are some great giveaway ideas for baseball? I know another recent one was not in baseball, but the Sister Jean bobblehead. You know, they did that at Loyola, and then also, I don't know if you know, but she threw out the first pitch at the Cubs game the other day.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have a Sister Jean kind of Cubs type deal, so pretty cool, you know. But I know you had an interesting one, and I think it was done in Houston, right? With something about some of their pitchers and what they like to wear, the beard.
Well, you know, I heard this a long time ago when Napoli was at the Rangers, and they actually gave away beards, caps with a beard on it, because Napoli was known for having that beard. The one that I remember the most is, of course, you have the caps and the T-shirts and different type of giveaways like that. But I always love the bobbleheads. Those are my favorites. Of course, the Rangers have had bobbleheads from all over the place. The Killer Bees had their own bobbleheads at one time. I believe after they retired from baseball. Trying to remember the championship ring from this year that they gave away just recently. Houston Astros gave away rings. Trying to think of what else let me give it out. I think they gave away funny hats one time for a basketball game. They gave away like a what was it called? A wig of some sort. The one I liked just recently was the sports broadcaster had passed away that had his multiple jackets or multiple colored jackets, and they gave away a T-shirt related to that jacket. So it's interesting to see the giveaways. Of course, we're talking about the giveaways tonight because of the towels that were given away tonight. So getting ready as coaches meetings going on, see what they're getting ready to go in and talk about the batting order for the Chargers. Batting order for the Chargers. Capistran's going to start it off playing center field, wearing number 6 tonight. Then you have Bittencourt, number 8, the DH tonight. He'll be DHing for Jesus Lozano, number 10, playing right field. Christian Holloway, number 5, playing shortstop tonight. He's batting in the number 3 spot. Batting the cleanup, Justin Aya, of course, number 4, the pitcher for the Chargers. Recio, number 7, playing catcher behind the dish tonight. Batting number 5. Number 6, Javier Hinojosa, wearing number 3, playing left field. Ruben Gallegos, number 11, playing first base, batting in the number 7 spot. Number 8 spot's going to be Rafael Parra, number 2, playing third base. And Jesus Carr, number 13, playing second base. That is going to be the batting order for the Chargers. In the field for your Yellow Jackets, it's going to be right field. It's going to be, right field is going to be Ilan Lopez, number 14. Isaac Bocanegra, number 22. He's going to be playing center field. Ben Rangel, number 15, is going to be playing left field. Playing first base, Jaron Garcia, wearing number 2. Derek Valdez, wearing number 29, playing second base. And Jared Ruiz playing third base at number 3. Aaron Sandoval is going to be a shortstop tonight. And behind the dish, Matt Segura, number 10. Behind the dish, like I mentioned, Joseph Gonzalez on the mound for you Yellow Jackets. And that's the defensive lineup for the Yellow Jackets. So, John, we're going back to the topic of, different giveaways. You know, we talk about tonight being such a sentimental evening. What is the one most touching giveaway that you can think of that's happened both in baseball or any other sport?
If you remember the 9/11 happenings in New York when they came back to play, You know, they wore those commemorative caps and they gave away the whole year. You know, they wore FDNY, they wore all that stuff, and they actually gave it away to the fans. You know, there was just so much dedication, so much stuff that they did. And I always remember in New York, and not just being a Yankees fan, but I remember so much what the Yankees did, you know, for the families, the fans, of course. Not really a giveaway, but giving all those families free tickets to come to the games. You know, the fact that, remember, they came back, Rudy Giuliani and Coach Steinbrenner was like, we need to play baseball. We need to give these fans some solace. But the FDNY caps, if you remember that the Yankees wore, the FDNY, and then also the you know, and the giveaway caps that they gave. To me, that was the most memorable that they ever did, and they always put on the side, we remember 9/11. So that would have to be mine, you know, probably.
Yeah, that is, of course, a day it's etched in our history, and I remember that. I remember the ball caps being, you know, from the fire department, from the Port Authority, from the police department, and those giveaways were very, very special. As we're getting ready to get started here, Brownsville Veterans Chargers in his 32-5A matchup.
In this matchup, Joey, this is a big one. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, or no, I don't know if I mentioned the broadcast, but Vets comes in undefeated. And I believe there's 4 games left in district play. So if Ed Couch wants to stay in contention of that district title, they have to win this game. They have 3 losses, but not only that, this district race is tight. So this is a big one for them.
Well, Brownsville Veterans has become, I guess you would say, the leader in 32-5A in regarding to sports. They've got the Lady Chargers on the softball side firmly ahead in district play number 1. Ed Cachelsa fighting for second in softball, playing tonight against Mercedes in Mercedes. They have to win tonight in order to stay in contention. So the rally towel is being waved tonight.
We want to thank the Segura family for donating the rally towels tonight.
Segura family being recognized tonight by John Cannon.
District 32 5A matchup featuring the visiting Brownsville Veterans Chargers and your very own Ed Cachelsa Yellow Jackets. And now at this time, let's introduce the starting lineups, starting with the visiting Brownsville Veterans Chargers. Leading off, playing center field, number 6, Rafael Capistran. Batting second, designated hitter, number 8, Brandon Betancourt. Playing right field will be number 10, Jesus Lozano. Batting third, shortstop number 5, Christian Holloway. Batting in the cleanup spot, the pitcher number 4, Justin Anaya. Batting fifth and doing the catching for the Chargers is number 7, Aaron Recio. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 3, Javier Hinojosa. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 11, Ruben Gallegos. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 2, Rafael Parra. And batting ninth, second base, number 13, Jesus Carr. And the rest of the Brownsville Veterans Chargers.
Oh, he does? All right. Hey, so right now it's in the 3rd inning, so how do I reset it to get it back to 0? Who's our reset? So now,
let me see those rally towels. Get them going, ladies and gentlemen. Rally towel time. Get it going. It is now time to introduce to you the starting lineup for your Ed Cachelsa Yellow Jackets. Before we do that, let's introduce the reserves, starting with number 24, Isaias Espinosa. Number 12, Nick Reyes. Number 21, Manny Silva. Number 4, Mike Davila. Number 9, Jonas Wilson. Number 25, Jacob Sandoval. And number 6, George Gonzalez.
And now, the starting lineup for your 2018 Ed Couch Elsa Yellow Jackets. Leading off, playing first base, number 2, Jaren Garcia. Batting second, playing right field, number 14, Elian Lopez. Batting third, doing the pitching of the night, number 20, Joseph Gonzalez. Batting cleanup and catching for your Yellow Jackets tonight, number 10, Matt Segura. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 3, Jared Ruiz. Batting sixth, second baseman, number 29, Derek Valdez. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 15, Ben Rangel. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 1, Aaron Sandoval. And batting ninth, designated hitter, number 7, Alex Noyola. And last but certainly not least, playing center field, number 22, Isaias Bocanegra. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Ed Couch Elsa Yellow Jackets. And of course, we cannot forget number 11, Marin Rodriguez. All right, if everyone will please rise. Please remove your headgear and place your right hand over your hearts. It is now time for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, welcome back to Ed Couch Elsa High School, the beautiful Yellow Jackets Stadium.
I got chills just hearing Enter Sandman, thinking about the greatest closer in baseball history, Mariano Rivera, of course.
I was looking at you when you were playing that, when you kind of thinking about it. I was like, oh, John, come on. Of course, being a Yankee fan's got to play that. So here at Ed Couch Elsa High School, Yellow Jackets getting ready to play the 32 District 5A matchup. The district leading Chargers. See what this season brings. A lot of discussions going on before the game. So, of course, Joseph Gonzalez on the mound, getting ready to start, getting warmed up. Top of the order for the Chargers going to be Capistran, Bencourt, and Holloway. Got number 6, number 8, number 5, center fielder, DH, and shortstop coming up. What to expect from this game, John? I think it's going to be basically a pitcher's duel.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that they have a turf field because this may not have been played. A lot of games were canceled tonight due to the weather, but as you can see, the field's in great condition. Of course, the home plate, as you can tell, is dirt. That's about the only surface it is in the pitching mound, but they did an excellent job on it, and I'll tell you what, for y'all that have tuned in tonight, you're going to see a beauty. This is going to be a great game. This is a playoff game, and it's got a playoff feel right now.
Well, you talk about the rain. It was a pretty good amount of rain this afternoon. I didn't think it was going to rain as much as it did. But you're right, a lot of fields that are not turf. And, of course, a beautiful field here at Ed Couch Elsa. And one of the few AstroTurf fields or artificial turfs in the Valley for baseball. I think one of the few is in Roma. That's the other one. I don't remember any in Brownsville. La Villa. So La Villa out there has one. The field last year, not the prettiest ones out there. So getting ready for the first pitch tonight. Once again, Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. John Cannon is going to be pulling double duty tonight, PA announcing as well as color commentating. Make sure you join us on YouTube.
Center fielder number 6, Rafael Capistran.
Ed Couch Elsa ISD's YouTube channel. All right. So Capistran going to lead it off for the Chargers. Rafael wearing number 6 tonight, playing center field. First pitch in the books, that's going to be a strike. Called strike on Capistran. That's kind of the way you want to lead it off, being a pitcher. Start off with a first strike against any batter.
You know what's funny? I just remembered. Do you remember last year, Joey, around this same time, you just happened to call this game. That was your extra inning game. You remember that?
That's
that game
right.
Went about umpteen innings, I remember.
Out to right field for a single. Capistran starts it off for the Chargers.
Next up for the Chargers, designated hitter number 8, Brandon Betancourt.
So Betancourt coming in.
Did it change? Go back? Huh? How do I go to the next one, John?
For what?
So Betancourt lefty.
That one.
Put the number and then you press.
Betancourt is the DH tonight
Oh, yeah, but
for the Chargers.
Strike on there already.
but from the previous inning.
Going to hit it back, a little blooper back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez throws the first for the first out of the game.
I think you can push and strike till it clears.
How come I didn't? Yeah, okay.
So they'll get the runner to second base in scoring position now.
Christian Holloway. I believe you push strike like 2 more times, it should clear it. Yeah, it has a
So runner on second base, you've got the batter is going to be Christian Holloway.
I've done this before, man. It's the wrong time to do it.
Christian Holloway is playing shortstop tonight.
Bat,
Look.
what number?
Strike number 1.
5.
No, ball.
5. It's not going.
His strikes and his ball count sounds the same. So 1 ball, no strikes on the batter, Holloway. Gonzalez on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Foul ball, long foul ball. So now 1-1 to count. But on second base, 1 out. You've got the 1-1 to count to Holloway. Christian Holloway
What's the count?
1-1.
But then it's not.
playing shortstop tonight. Nice curveball for strike number 2. So now 1-1 to count, or 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the shortstop.
1-1.
What do you call Manny?
Yeah, it's okay to call, man.
Okay, I can't do it during the pitch. We're trying to work on it. We're trying to fix it. He's not going to.
You got it?
So 1-2 the count, one out.
All right. 1, 2.
You got one
One ball, 2 strikes.
runner on second base. Holloway, the shortstop, in the box for the Chargers. Nice little curveball, just missed for 2 balls, 2 strikes. I thought that was in there. So now 2-2 the count. Generous box strike. Thought that was called strike right there, but 2-2 now the count. Gonzalez gonna have to find a different strike zone for him. Gonna be another hit to right field. Might be deep enough to send the runner in. That's gonna be Capistran coming in. He bobbles the ball and a single for Holloway.
How do I get out? How do I go to the next one? Move it back.
So 1-0 now the count. Or excuse me, 1-0 now the score.
There we go.
Coach going to come talk to Gonzalez, kind of settle him down a little bit. So Capistran going to be at first base.
That's all right.
Runner came in.
Took a while.
What I'll do, I'll tell him to just come on as soon as he's done.
Welcome back for the Chargers. Pitcher number 1, Justin
Anaya.
So the number 3 batter, Holloway, number 5, the shortstop on first base. Chargers scored first. And in the number 4 spot, Justin Anaya, number 4, your pitcher tonight for the Chargers. Ball number 1. So Joseph Gonzalez trying to find his spot for this umpire. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Big, deep ball to left field. Looks like it's going to be foul, and it sure does. Foul ball for Anaya. So now 1-1 to count. 1 out. Matt Segura, your catcher tonight, behind the dish for the Yellow Jackets. Runner on first base, taking a pretty decent lead out there. That is Capistran, or excuse me, not Capistran, that's Holloway out there. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the batter, Anaya, pitcher for the Chargers tonight. Top of the first inning here at Ed Couch-Elsa. Strike number 2. So 1-2 the count. 1-2 the count, 1 out. You got a runner on first base. 2-2. Missed that one. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him a swing. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 1. Or it's out number 2, excuse me.
Next up for the Chargers, catcher number 7, Aaron Lesio.
Resio coming in. Resio is going to be wearing number 7. He's the catcher for the Chargers tonight. 2 outs. And Holloway is going to still be at first base.
What number?
Joseph Gonzalez on the mound for you Yellow Jackets. Holloway's going to go. Throw is not going to be in time, so Holloway gets there in time. Now is he in scoring position?
Joey, I just thought of a great, speaking of our topic, some of the best giveaways. Carlos will get a smirk out of this one. As you know, the Houston Astros, they just received their World Series championship rings. The fans, they had replica ring night where all the fans got a replica World Series championship ring. So that's got to be one of the greats. I mean, that obviously is something a fan will never forget. We, when I worked for the White Wings the year that we won the championship in 2000, We actually had a replica ring night the next year, so fans come out for that one. They love that one.
You know, that happened also with the Roadrunners when they were in business. I think the Vipers, when they won their championship, gave away pennants. They didn't give away rings. 1-1 to count. Down the middle for strike number 2.
I think they also gave away championship shirts that had world champions and all. They make it a whole weekend.
2 outs. I believe it's 1-2 to count. Holloway on second base. Yellow Jackets want to stop their the bleeding in this inning, the swing and a miss, and that's going to be the third strike. Joseph Gonzalez doing a great job with that last pitch. So middle of the first inning, it is the Chargers from Brownsville Veterans 1, Ed Calchelsa Yellow Jackets 0. I'm Joey Calvillo for EEISD YouTube, and of course eesports.us on Facebook. We'll catch you at the bottom of the first inning. See you there.
Darren Garcia.
Welcome back to the beautiful baseball stadium here in Ed Calchelsa High School. Yellow Jacket Stadium. Coming up for your Yellow Jackets, Jaron Garcia wearing number 2, first base. Bottom of the first inning. Yellow Jackets are trailing 1-0. Joey Calvillo for Ed Calchelsa ISD YouTube and esports.us on Facebook. Make sure you join us on one of those 2 channels. Yellow Jacket Sports all over the place. 1 ball. 1-0 the count to Garcia.
I called. I think the last time was when you and I did the EE Vela football game. You remember that? I think it was the last time you and I called a game together.
Yeah, I don't think we've done baseball before. 1-1 now the count to Garcia.
The dynamic duo or the dumb and dumber? We're one of the 2. Not really sure.
I'm dumb, you're dumber.
That's it. I'll take that. So would that make me Lloyd Christmas?
If we had their money, that'd be great, wouldn't
I'd
it?
be Lloyd
So 2-1 now to count. Nice little hit back to the pitcher. Round number 1. So Garcia going down.
Next up for the Jackets, to right fielder number 14, Elian Lopez.
So Lopez coming up to bat. He's the DH tonight. Low for ball number 1.
As always, we want to thank our comrades up here in the box. Of course, we got down on the bottom running the camera. Pistol Pete Vallejo running it. Man otherwise known as the Pretty Man, the Ricky Martin of the group. Then to my left, we have DJ Funky Fred Ruiz running the music. We have a new clock operator tonight. We've got Cool Man Carlos running the clock, Carlos Salinas. And then, of course, we have Jumping Jehoshaphat Joey Calvillo joining us in the box this evening.
All right, 3 balls, no, 1 strike, that is. So 31 to number 14. Oh, got the corner for now, full count.
You know, looking at the baseballs, Joey, we didn't even talk about baseball giveaways. Those are always great ones that the fans love.
You know what? You're right. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Up next for your Jackets, your pitcher number 20, Joseph Gonzalez.
So Joseph Gonzalez coming in, trying to get something started for the Yellow Jackets. Batting number 3 in the lineup. Outside for ball number 1. Kind of takes a little bit of time to get used to this umpire's way of calling things. Strike zone's kind of weird to me. That looked like a ball called a strike. So 1-1 now the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. Your pitcher Joseph Gonzalez in the box. Outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, that is. I'm behind on here, trying to fix my lineup. Nice little hit to the third baseman. Third baseman bobbles it. And it will be past the first baseman. That's going to get 2. See if it stretches it out to 3. And he's going to slide in for an error on the first baseman. I don't know if you call that an error on the third baseman. And I think I'm going to call that an error from the third baseman. Bobbling the ball.
Curtis the runner at second base, number 24, Isaias Espinosa.
So Yellow Jackets trying to get something going now.
With a runner at second base, that's going to bring up your catcher, number 10, Matt Segura.
So Matt Segura now stepping in. Your catcher tonight, number 10. So runner on second base, 2 outs. Jackets trying to get something going right now. Trailing 1-0. Bottom of the first inning. Nice little hit on right center. Might hit the gap. Center fielder's going to get under it, and that's going to be out number 3. So a scoring opportunity not going to happen for the Yellow Jackets. So the bottom of the first inning, the end of the first inning, that is, it is Chargers 1, Yellow Jackets 0. We'll be back. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon for EdCouch ISD, YouTube, and esports.us.
Chargers left fielder number 3, Javier Hinojosa.
All right, getting ready to start the top of the second inning. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. We're going to talk to Mr. Segura. Mr. Segura, it's been I guess you'd call it a up and down situation for yourself. You talked about to John Cannon later on or earlier today about a lot of stuff that you want to do to honor your son. Can you tell us about some of the stuff that you're going to get ready to do?
Yes. Well, me and my wife are here to represent the boys, support the boys, because everything we do here in Cachaza is in honor of our lovely angel, San Anthony, and we will continue to sponsor our son because to keep his spirit and memory alive. And the other thing is that we will be honored to start a scholarship under our son Anthony, 89S, and hope everything goes out well, and I just wish the Yellow Jackets right now to the best of luck, and let's go for that victory.
That's a wonderful opportunity to keep your son's memory going. To each year, a student athlete getting a name or an award or a scholarship in your son's name, I can't think of a better honor or a memorial that a parent can give to their son in memory. What got you guys to think about the rally towels? That's a fun thing to do.
Well, it's because, like I said, we try to keep our son's memory alive, and I was approached by coaches, and I'm honored to always sponsor any kind of sports, in my son's name, A9S. So this is the way we keep our son's memory alive, and it's like I honor the school district for always thinking of my son, doing a lot of things for my son, dedicating things in the school district, even football players, basketball players, any sports player in general, they dedicate their time to play for my son Anthony. They play for number 9, and when I say play for number 9, it's because it's basketball. He was number 5 in basketball.
You always talk about athletes having their favorite numbers. Which one was his favorite number, 9 or 5?
My son's favorite number was number 9 in football, and in basketball he was number 5. But in reality, it was number 9. He loved number 9.
Was there a reason behind that? Tell me, like a Tony Romo fan, or was it something like that?
Well, number 5, his favorite number 5 was because Kevin Garnett of the Boston Celtics, number 5, and number 9, that was his favorite number because of my son Andrew Isaiah Segura Mox, that I call him number 9. He was the quarterback 3 years ago.
Wow, that's a cool story. Kevin Garnett, hopefully he had the jump shot like Kevin Garnett out there. He could hit it from 3-point land. I heard so many stories about your son. What a great athlete he was, both on the field and outside the field. It touched a lot of people in the classroom, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He was a very humble kid. He was a very humble son. My son, he looked up to everybody, and everybody looked up to him because he was very kind with everybody. He supported so many sports players in general, and that's why we're here, because this is something he would have been doing. And in track, we support track season because he would have been in there supporting the kids. He would always help me take pictures, videos of the football players. I mean, I'm talking about the track runners. And when my son Andrew Isaiah said who would run, he would always take pictures of him too.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing in the fact that you knew that he would probably enjoy this tremendously, wouldn't he, with the towels? He'd probably be one of the first ones to be out there waving the towel very strong for his Yellow Jackets. I'm from Westaco originally, but you look at a city or a school district like Edcauch-Elsa, and you think, your tradition never dies. Tradition never dies, and individuals like your son are going to live forever in Edcauch-Elsa history, and the scholarship that you're offering, it would be a great honor for the first student to get that scholarship, and I know there's going to be fundraisers throughout the community. Make sure you look for the Segura family when they're doing their fundraisers, and help them out. It's going to be to benefit the children and the student athletes of Edcauch-Elsa, and of course the Yellow Jacket community. Mr. Segura, anything you want to add towards the end of this?
Well, I'm very thankful. I'm just very thankful for everybody, helping us, keep our son's memory alive, and You know, I thank all the coaches, all the athletes, and all the fans, Jacket fans, and the community for doing so much for my son. You know, it's an honor for me and my wife to always, to be thanking everybody, in general.
Well, make sure you let us know. John Cannon's always willing to write a beautiful story. You know, he's not beautiful to look at, but he can write beautiful, can he? So, but John will help you out. We'll help you out as well. And anything we can do to get the word out and making sure that there's support out there for the scholarship that's going to be available next year to the student athletes of Edcouch Chelsea ISD. I want to thank you again, sir, for joining us. And if you had an opportunity to get that towel, please display it at every Edcouch Chelsea Yellow Jacket game, not just the baseball games, right?
Yes, sir. And like I said, right now I'm gonna go. I'm going to my vehicle, go get my spirit towels, and just for all the Jackets fans to relate to their sons that me and my wife are going to be sponsoring the Edcouch Chelsea athletes in any sports. And like I said, this season we're gonna start doing a scholarship under my son Anthony J. Segura and number A9S.
Wonderful. All right, thank you for joining us. Sorry, I know that you got to be watching the game and talking to us. So enjoy the game, and thank you once again for supporting the community of Edcouch Chelsea, and thank you for honoring your son in this manner. Appreciate that, sir. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right. So we have one out here at the top of the second inning. I'm going to let John take control a little bit. One balls, no strikes. One out the count. To number 2, Rafael Para. Runner's going to go. Throw's going to be almost in time. Runner's going to be there safe. So Javier Hinojosa gets down to second base. One out. The count's 2-0 to number 2, Para. Left fielder in the box. It's going to be foul ball. Excuse me, third base. Para plays third base. I thought the left fielder thought he was playing left field, actually playing third base. So what a wonderful thing, John, right? The scholarship available next year.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was a part of this that went down, with the when the tragedy happened and everything, and I've been a sports writer, Joey, for 27 years, and I'll tell you, this was one of the toughest stories that I ever had to write. When you lose a son or any family member, I can attest. I lost my father this year, or in 2017 of August. I lost my father, and that was tough. So imagine losing a son, and especially someone as young as he was. He was going to be an incoming freshman. And I'll tell you, one thing you've got to love about EE Land is the community comes together for everything, and they did. So many people, not only at Edcouch Chelsea, but all over the valley, came together and did stuff for this family. I know there were camps put on. There were fundraisers. There was 5Ks. There was donations. It was so much to keep this young man's memory together. And, EE preaches family, Joey, and I tell you what, when it comes to a situation like this, that's when family's the most important.
That's exactly right. I mentioned that I'm from Westaco, but I've had a lot of friends from here, and man, it's amazing to see the group of friends that grew up in elementary, and they're close to 50 years old, and they're still friends. A lot grayer. A lot more slow, but they're still Yellow Jackets to the end, is what they always tell me.
Jacket pride never dies.
Yeah, and that runs true. You see that in a lot of the community members out there, and I don't think there's a fan base out there Of course, you have Mercedes try to say that, but it didn't really happen.
And that was a leatherneck, and I'm still saying that.
But, you know, the fan base travels so well. Going to be the right fly ball to right field. Runner's going to tag up, not going to move. So 2 outs. Now the batter's going to
Play
be.
for the Chargers. Second baseman number 13, Jesus Carr.
So Jesus Carr wearing number 13, playing second base tonight. Runner on second base in scoring position. 2 outs. Top of the second inning here at Chelsea High School. Joseph Gonzalez, your pitcher. Nice hit to left center. Center fielder's going to get it. That's going to score 1 run. So a 2-out double for the second baseman. That's going to score a run for the Chargers.
Back to the top of the order. Now batting for the Chargers, center fielder number 6, Rafael Capistran.
All right, top of the order coming up. Capistan last time hit a ball towards right field. Going to aim that way. He's going to be out into the warning track. Not going to be able to get it for strike number 1. So 0-1 now the count. Chargers leading 2-0. Top of the second inning. Your pitcher Joseph Gonzalez. Run on second base. Outside for ball number 1. So 1-1 now the count. Capistran, the center fielder for the Chargers. A little bit busy out there. Hopefully the Yellow Jackets get them busier as the game goes on. Outside for ball number 2. So now 2-1 to count. Pitch count going up for Gonzalez. A little bit over 30 pitches.
41 to be exact.
41 to be exact. So now 22, all 2s across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning here at Ed Chelsea High School. Swing and a miss for Joseph Gonzalez on the mound. That ends this inning. So heading in the middle of the second inning, Joey Calvillo with John Cannon here at Chelsea High School. 2-0 in favor of the Chargers. All right, welcome back to Ed Cauchelsa High School Yellow Jacket Stadium. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon for Ed Cauchelsa ISD's YouTube channel and eesports.us. Join us on Facebook or YouTube for broadcasts of Yellow Jacket Sports. Bottom of the second inning, Yellow Jackets trailing 2-0.
Stepping up to the plate for your Jackets.
Jared Ruiz, number 3, a third baseman coming up.
Jared Ruiz.
Ruiz needs to start something off for the Yellow Jackets right now. Chargers have scored in the first 2 innings, 1 run. Nice little hit to the second baseman. Bouncer going to get there. And Ruiz is going to be thrown out at first for the first out of the inning.
Next up for your Jackets, second baseman number 29, Derek Valdez.
So Derek Valdez wearing number 29 tonight, playing second base. Stepping in for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. Went out bottom of the second inning. Curveball just past him.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. If he had moved at any position going away from that that plate, he would have been hit. Derek Valdez has some gut staying in there. Swing and a miss. Now 1-1 to count. Outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now the count. 1 out. Yellow Jackets trailing 2-0. Bottom of the second inning. Right down the middle for strike number 2. So now 2-2 the count. Derek Valdez in the box for you Yellow Jackets. Justin Anaya wearing number 4 on the mound. And swing and a miss. That's going to be strikeout for Valdez. So now coming up to bat,
Jackets, left fielder,
Jonas
15,
Wilson.
Ben Rangel.
So Ben Rangel, excuse me on that one. So Ben Rangel wearing number 15. Nice little hit third base. Third base gets it and throws it out at first base for the third out. So three up, 3 down for the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets need to get something going right now. Top of the third inning coming up. Yellow Jackets trail 2-0 here at Yellow Jacket Stadium. Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Stadium on the campus of Ed Cauchelsa High School. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. John Cannon pulling double duty tonight. announcing the game as well as broadcasting tonight's game. Yellow Jackets trailing. Yellow Jackets trailing 2-0. Bencourt stepping in for the Chargers.
I've been slacking off on our I guess what would you call it? Our
Little bunch at third base.
say,
Not going to be in time.
our topic of the evening, which is some of the greatest giveaways ever in sports history.
Well, John, I know you like all that stuff with the Yankees. Not everybody likes the Yankees.
Well, no, there's other stuff too.
Now batting for the Chargers, shortstop number 5, Christian Holloway.
What about? I gotta go. Remember when the Florida Marlins came in and they gave away those replica Marlins? Or you know another one that's good is those Ty Beanie Babies. When they give away like the Astro or whatever the mascot is, you always have those little Beanie Baby giveaways. When Beanie Babies were big, they gave the mascots away, and I'll tell you, it was huge. Those were some big giveaways.
Well,
And not only for the Yankees either.
Well, the Rockets gave away. I'm trying to think of their mascot.
Clutch the Bear.
Clutch. They gave away Clutch Bears that were actually really cool, and you saw a lot of them being thrown at Arrows games during that part of the season because they had the teddy bear toss. And I remember a good friend of mine was working for the Arrows at that time. He said there was so many Clutch Bears that Clutch was upset. Fair ball down the third base line. That's going to bring in close to being a 1 run. No, they're going to lead. Tell them to stop at third base. Capistran will stop there. Holloway with a big hit down the line.
Next
So
up,
double
the
for
Chargers
him.
Pitcher number 4, Justin Anaya.
So Justin Anaya now coming up, the pitcher for the Chargers. Runners on second and third now, both in scoring position, available for the Chargers. No outs. Top of the third inning. Fly ball. It's going to be just out of play. So strike number 1. Oh, and now the count. 0-1 the count.
Another good one's bobbleheads. Bobbleheads are always a good one. I think they did one for Tim Duncan when he retired as well. You remember that? Tim Duncan bobblehead?
I remember the David Robinson bobblehead. When they first started bobblehead, David Robinson got one, the Admiral, and had him in his actual Navy uniform. Not the Navy, the team, but the naval white dress uniform they had him. I loved that so much. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Yeah, and it was something special to me, and I tried to get that bobblehead so bad because, of course, my dad was in the Navy, and I wanted to give that to him. Of course, our family's big Spurs fans, but couldn't get a hold of that season. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. So the first strikeout for Joseph Gonzalez of this inning.
Next up for the Chargers, catcher number 7, Aaron Recio.
Desio coming in, batting number 5 in the lineup. Both runners in scoring position. Top of the third inning. Yellow Jackets trailing 2-0. And, talking about different pennants, I know the Indians gave away pennants from their foul ball for.
You talk about me. Really?
They gave away pennants for the first time that they won the Central Division.
1945?
Yeah, they was celebrating. They were 1946, I believe it was.
Oh, okay.
So they celebrated that year. It was actually in the 80s when they celebrated that. Nice little hit down to shortstop. Shortstop's going to get past the shortstop. That's going to bring in 1 run, possibly 2. Holloway's coming in, and he's going to score 2. Nice little double. He's going to try to stretch it. He's going to be safe, and missed him getting off the base. So 2-run score off of that play. Stretched it to a double, scored both runs. So now the Yellow Jackets trailing 4-0. Kind of curious on how he missed the tag on that one. Looked like he got the tag.
Well, and if you notice, he passed the bag. The runner actually looked like he passed the back and then came back. So I don't know if maybe the second baseman's foot was off, or I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Valdez kind of stood up, upset at the call, and missed the runner
Next up for the Chargers, left fielder number 3.
sliding past second base.
Hinojosa.
So 1 out, now trailing 4-0.
Courtesy.
They called him out.
Courtesy runner.
No, courtesy runner, you're right.
What number? Anybody know? Whoa. Whoa.
Courtesy runner is number 12.
So Javier Hinojosa, the number 6 batter in the lineup coming up, I was wondering why he was walking off. I said he didn't win that argument out there. John, I don't remember any manager or any coach ever being a bobblehead and being given away. I don't even think, talking about the Spurs, I don't even think they've had that.
No.
I do know one time when he used to be called a Shark. Remember Coach
Tarkanian.
Tarkanian? They had the big towel giveaway because he used to suck on that towel like crazy. That was a weird habit. Yeah, he was UNLV coach, Final Four. For many years, came into the NBA coaching the Spurs, and then left for Pop. Pop came in and has been there ever since. All right, 4-0 in favor of the Chargers. Nice pitch by Gonzalez. So 1-2 the count, 1 out. You got a runner on second base. Chargers really come out swinging on this one. Just missed. Going to get past the catcher for a wild pitch.
I may have to call bluff on you on that one, Joey. I think the Roadrunners one year did a Chad Treadaway bobblehead. Do you remember when they won the championship? I think they did a Chad, because I remember I was, of course we were, both big rivals, and I remember going to a game and I think they had a Chad Treadaway bobblehead for him.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think he did. The one person that would know.
Chad Treadaway.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say our buddy Tony Farina would know for sure. Shortstop gonna check run at third base. Runner's gonna score. So out at first base, runner's going to score from third base. So now 5-0.
Next up for the Chargers, first baseman number 11, Ruben Gallegos.
So Ruben Gallegos is wearing number 11 tonight. Struck out looking the last time at bat. So 2 outs. 0-1 now the count. Foul ball for strike number 2.
Something I noticed. Look at their C. What is that familiar?
Well,
I
was saying the Cleveland Indians logo for their cap.
No wonder I got sick at my stomach.
Well, the Indians haven't been hitting as well as the Chargers have tonight, especially against the Angels. They didn't do very well against the Angels.
$1 million man, Giancarlo Stanton. I think he's about 0 for 100.
You were really excited about him hitting that first home run of the season. Then after that, 0 for 35 or something like that. Little bouncer going to be out of bounds or out of play.
Hey, can you believe, Joey, another school year is about come and gone? It just seems like yesterday we called the Veterans Edcouch football game in week 2, and now here we are already in the second half of baseball season with only about 4 or 3 games left.
Well, very crazy year for me. Of course, I had my second heart attack at that time, and of course my daughter came home tonight, John, with her cap and gown.
Uh-oh.
I almost bursted into tears, man. I was like, oh my God.
By the way, congratulations to your daughters. You're going to be playing at
at Cisco College,
Wow,
and
unbelievable.
full scholarship. John, what a wonderful thing that was. She earned it and worked hard for it. Oh, nice pitch by Joseph Gonzalez to get the third out of the inning.
So let me ask you, does that mean that we're going to have to rearrange our schedule next year because you're going to have to go to a couple of our games? So I guess we're over the summer, we're going to have to work on scheduling conflicts, correct?
Well, I asked the coach, I said, do you have anybody to broadcast? I know somebody named John Cannon that would like to broadcast for you. I'll let John broadcast.
Okay, we just want to thank Simon Segura and the Segura family for tonight's rally towel giveaway. How about a round of applause for the Seguras for that lovely giveaway this evening?
So the Segura family being honored tonight with the rally towels tonight. So heading in top of the fourth inning, it is the Chargers 5, Yellow Jackets 0. Top of the fourth inning here at Edcott Chelsea High School. Yellow Jackets trailing 5-0. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. First pitch by Anaya is going to be a ball. Batter's going to be Aaron Sandoval. Sandoval batting 8th in the lineup. Ball 2 now.
So, Joey, speaking of the year going by, it's funny. I remember your daughter when she first started high school at Vela, and now she's already a senior and going to graduate. It just, doesn't it seem like how time just really passes us by so fast?
It's crazy. 3-0 the count now to Sandoval. And you're right, this year's flown by. Strike number 1, 3-1 now the count. But you talk about this school year, and, when I was teaching, it seemed like the school year went by fast. After now, it's even slow or even faster. Fly ball for Sandoval to left field. That's going to be out number 1.
Up next for your Jackets, designated hitter number 7, Alex Noyola.
So Alex Noyola batting the bottom of the lineup, wearing number 7 tonight. This may be the opportunity for Alex to get things going for the Yellow Jackets. Strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. 1 out.
I think Joey's up.
One and 1 to count. 1 out.
Always a leather neck, but I thought it was a yellow jacket. Just like Joey.
Well, it's like Paul out
I might
there.
as well be here. I'm born and raised here.
I was talking to Coach Paul today, and both former Panthers and former baseball players, talking about the young guys out there kind of running around circles around him. But he says, hey, I can still do my share. 1 and 2 the count, 1 out for the Yellow Jackets. Top of the fourth inning, trailing 5-0. District 32 5A matchup. Oh, got him looking for strike number 3.
Back to the top of the order, now batting for your Jackets, first baseman number 2, Jaren Garcia.
So Garcia coming up. Top of the lineup for the Yellow Jackets. 2 outs. Top of the fourth inning as well. Or excuse me, bottom of the third inning. Why am I top? Why keep on saying top of the fourth? half swing. Going to get down to first base. That's going to be 3 out. 3 up, 3 down once again for the Chargers. So now heading to the top of the 4th inning. 5-0 in favor of the Chargers. Top of the 4th inning here at Edcott Chelsea High School, Yellow Jackets Stadium. Yellow Jackets trailing 5-0. Bats have been working great for the Chargers tonight. Number 2 stepping up for the Chargers. Rafael Para batting 8th in the lineup, swinging a miss for strike number 1. I think one time Coach Ogletree got honored by the UTPA Bronx, giving away something. Roadrunners used to give some unique stuff away. I think they gave away cups, a lot of cups. Swinging a miss for strike number 2.
It's the top of the 4th bottom. I know the bottom.
He's not entering one.
Not me. I don't have to get my number.
You want me to change him to the box? Manitoba?
Not fair. Third section.
0-2 the count. Dupara is going to hit a nice little ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop bobbles it. Nice little throw to first base, and they get the out.
Next up for the Chargers, second baseman number 13, Jesus Carr.
Aaron Sandoval had kind of bobbled it a little bit. Recovered and threw a nice laser to first base. So now coming up to bat, number 13, Jesus Carr batting the bottom of the lineup. Hit a ball to center field last time at bat. Outside for ball number 1. So Joseph Gonzalez hitting the 64 pitches tonight. 65 right down the middle in the gap. Shortstop and second. So number 9 batter gets on base.
Back to the top of the order for the Chargers. Now
Top of the
batting
lineup coming up.
Center fielder number 6, Rafael Capistran.
So Capistran coming up. See what he can do. So Capistran struck out the last time and hits a right. Foul ball for strike number 1. So Joseph Gonzalez going to hit 70 pretty soon.
Anaya's at 29. 29 for Anaya, Joey. I mean, he we saw one inning where he threw, 4 pitches and got 3 outs. So, through 3 innings, 29 pitches. He's most likely going to go the distance, barring anything happens.
Well, you as a batter, you kind of say, you know what, I want to get up there and get my team started. And sometimes you see that first pitch, nice little fly ball to left field. Left center is going to fall right behind the left fielder. Left fielder's going to throw it in. 1 run's going to score. Nice little stand-up double for Capistran, top of the lineup.
Next up for the Chargers, designated hitter number 8, Brandon Betancourt.
What's the pitch count for? You're asking for the pitch count.
Oh, pitch count for who?
Joseph.
What's pitch count?
68.
68. 68.
So 6-0. Now up to bat Brandon Betancourt, the lefty. Wild pitch. Can advance the runner from second to third.
Does he have the run?
I think it's going to come out of the bottom.
Oh, so you're going to wait and do it after the...
Yeah. Well, if Manny ever shows up.
So 1-0 the count. Ball number 2 now. 2-0 the count, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Chargers looking to score another run.
He said that he doesn't know.
Back to the pitcher. Gonzalez checks third, throws it to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Nice job by Gonzalez checking the runner at third base, making sure he didn't get, he got back and had enough time to get the runner out at first.
Now batting for the Chargers, shortstop number 5, Christian Holloway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's 6-0. You might say that, Joey. It's 6-0 because it shows far.
Yeah. One ball, 2 strikes to the batter number 5, Holloway. Holloway's had a couple of big hits in this game so far. One in right field. Got a double there. 2 balls, no strikes to Holloway. Holloway playing shortstop tonight. Just time for ball number 3. So 3-0 now the count. Kristen Holloway in the box for the Chargers. You got a runner on third base. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Down low, there's going to walk Holloway now. So runners on the corners now. And your pitcher for the Chargers tonight is going to be Justin Anaya coming up to bat. Timeout for the Yellow Jackets. See what's going to happen right now. Trying to think, John, was there any kind of food giveaways that you can think of? For some reason, I'm thinking the San Antonio Missions one time gave away tamales.
Oh, wow.
But maybe that was like a tamale blanket or a tamale pillow or something. The Corpus Christi Hooks have given some weird...
Great giveaways.
yeah.
I remember one time I got a pair of sandals. You know, I used to be a sandal freak. They didn't last 2 innings and broke on me.
We have a blanket that they gave away one year. A beautiful red blanket that they gave away. So 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, 6-0 in favor of the Chargers. Runners on the corners for them. Nice little hit to right field. That's going to drop, and that's going to allow 1 run to score. Now 7-0.
You know what? I just sat him.
I go back to that.
So you're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher at Naya.
What are your guess score? Can I go? I'm gonna try it. There it is. 7, right?
Yeah.
Courtesy runner, sure.
So now,
Next up for the Chargers catcher,
number 7, the
Aaron
seal.
Alessio.
Recio, the catcher tonight. Runners on first and second. Fly ball. Third baseman's going to get it. That's going to be out number 3. So middle of the 4th inning, Yellow Jackets trailing 7-0. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. Thank you for joining us on Ed Cachelsa ISD YouTube channel and, of course, eesports.us. All right, Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. Number 14, Elan Lopez coming in for the Yellow Jackets, trailing 7-0, 32-5A district matchup.
Up to bat for your Jackets, right fielder number 14, Elian Lopez.
Elan Lopez batting number 2 in the spot. Struck out the first time at bat. Lefty's playing right field tonight. High for ball number 1. Foul ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike to the right fielder. We talked to Mr. Segura about favorite numbers. John, what is your favorite number, John?
Good question. And you know what? You're going to laugh at me.
Well, how come you answer
no,
food
you're right.
questions
I'm
faster than you
why.
answer numbers?
Manny Ramirez, number 24, when he played for the Cleveland Indians. How about that one?
I like that one, but it's kind of funny. As I ask you food questions, you got an answer right away. Asking about numbers took you a while.
Next up for your Jackets, pitcher number 20, Joseph Gonzalez.
I remember the first time we met, John. I were working for the White Wings. I was announcing, and I always say this story. You got mad when I told you were a designated eater. We're both heavyweights at that point.
Oh, we still are.
Still, yeah, I would say
We're doing
middleweights.
something about it.
Yeah, we're helping out our waistlines.
No, honestly, number 24, I've always been a Manny Ramirez fan. And then the other one would probably be Andy Pettit was my favorite pitcher. So obviously number 46. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
how about that? I was a Cleveland Indians fan.
just for Ramirez.
Hargrove, when Nagy, Ramirez, and all them were there. I actually was a fan.
So we're gonna miss for Gonzalez. 1-1 to count. I just recently I liked Napoli. He was one of my favorite players until he went back to the Rangers. And now I think he's back. Just missed him. Caught the ball right before. Yeah,
You see
Joseph
that? He
Gonzalez
gave
didn't
him
like
a
that.
look.
Both coaches coming out. Joseph Gonzalez not liking that pitch. Curveball that didn't curve. So 1-2 the count now.
That was a ball, though, right?
Umpires talking things over. Joseph getting ready to get back into the
Hey,
box.
Joey, I have a question for you. Most memorable moment when a pitcher threw at a batter and the batter charged the mound.
There was a Seattle Mariners game that I was watching one time. I can't remember who charged, but I think he flipped him over, and then there was fighting outside of that kind of memorized. But of course, everybody remembers Mr. Ranger. Oh, hit to left field. Nice little single for Joseph Gonzalez. Opportunity for Joseph to start it off for his team. Went out. Got a runner on first base now. What about you, John?
Courtesy runner at first base, number 24, Isaías Espinosa.
So besides the Nolan Ryan,
That would be the one that I was going to say was another. Yeah, I mean, who could ever forget that one?
there was one that I remember seeing on YouTube that I didn't see live where the pitcher threw kind of like a karate kick. Who was that? Chan-Ho Park. Yeah, I saw that just recently.
Didn't Pudge Rodriguez have one? Remember?
Yeah. That was that. If I was talking about favorite baseball players, Pudge was always my
For
favorite.
your Jackets, catcher number 10, Matt Segura.
So Segura getting ready to step in. 7-0 is the score in favor of the Chargers from Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Joseph Gonzalez started off for his Yellow Jackets. Courtesy runner on first for him. Curveball for strike number 1 to Segura. Yeah, Pudge was one of my favorites. He also had a couple giveaways for Pudge. Just recently, matter of fact, for him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I remember they moved that game back a couple of times because of the floods in Houston. The Astros were supposed to go over to the Rangers. Fly ball to right field. Going to be out number 2. Joseph Gonzalez taking a good lead now is back to first base. So out number 2, bottom of the 4th inning.
Next up for the Jackets, third baseman, number 3, Jared Luis.
So number 5 batter coming up, Jared Ruiz, wearing number 3 tonight. In the dirt for ball number 1. So did we ever think about any food giveaways?
I think one time, and I don't remember if it was in L.A. or somewhere, but a hot dog giveaway. I think they had a new sponsor, a hot dog sponsor, a hot dog vendor, and they decided to give away hot dogs to the fans. And it was on a July. It was a July. You know how they have baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, all that stuff, Chevy, whatever. Well, I remember somebody did a hot dog giveaway and an apple pie giveaway, and it was for the 4th of July. And the grand prize was they gave away a Chevy truck.
For some reason, I was thinking crabs for somebody in the East Coast League in one of those baseball teams. You know those
Sand crabs.
sand crabs. They gave away crabs, pound of crabs during that. That caused a lot of jokes out there.
I'm sure it did.
So foul ball. 1-2 the count.
It's kind of like Dick's Last Resort, you know? San Antonio.
Okay. We're gonna stop there, John. Before you get yourself in trouble.
No, it's a restaurant.
I know it's a restaurant. But I'm going to help you out, John, because I'm a friend of yours, so I'm not going to make sure you don't get in
There's
trouble.
nothing bad about that. It's a quaint little place.
What's the seven words you're not supposed to, seven words you're not supposed to say in radio? And Howard Stern said that in his movie.
Let's just stop there.
Strike number 3, and that's going to end the inning. Cotton Rudy's looking. And so that's going to end the fourth inning. Chargers up 7-0. Yellow Jackets had their opportunity. So Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. See you at the top of the fifth inning. Welcome back, top of the fifth, here at Edcott Chelsea High School. Yellow Jackets Stadium, Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. Big 32-5A district matchup between the Brownsville Veterans Chargers and the Edcott Chelsea Yellow Jackets. Chargers in charge right now, 7-0. Now batting number 3, Javier Hinojosa.
That closes the book on Joseph Gonzalez. He throws 77 pitches on the night, 4 complete innings, gives up 7 runs. So had a rough one. This was a rough one. Give credit to vets. They've done a great job of the bats. But, you know, unlike Joseph Gonzalez start tonight, especially from the last time when he threw that no-hitter and it was a 1-0 ball game.
You can say they were definitely ready for him. I think the second hit of the game was a shot to right field. So Silva now, 2 balls, no strikes. No, 1-1 to count. Yep. Check swing. First base gets it. Silva gets it, and that's going to be the first out. So ground out to first.
Next up for the Chargers, first
Garcia da
baseman,
Silva.
Ruben Gallegos.
So the number 7 batter coming up. Gallegos, Ruben that is. Gallegos playing first base for the Chargers. 7-0, top of the 5th inning. If you're just joining us on YouTube or on Facebook. Strike number 1, 0-1 out of the count. Manny Silva, your new pitcher.
I believe there's only 2 games going on today, Joey, in District 32-5. This one of them, and then Donna High and Brownsville Lopez. Everyone else was postponed until Thursday due to inclement weather.
Silva throwing 2 strikes, 0-2 the count now. And you're right, that rain prevented a lot of games from happening.
Of course, the big one, softball, was San Benito and Harlingen South. That was a big one, much anticipated.
Swing and a miss for out number 2. Manny Silva coming in, dominating right away.
Next up for the Chargers, third baseman, number 2, Rafael Bottom.
So Potter coming in bat number 8 in the lineup. The bottom of the lineup has been pretty successful for the Chargers. Potter's 0 for 2 tonight. Going to talk it over with his coach. When we talk about the rain, John, plays a big factor. But it really, the weather this year has not been bad for baseball and softball.
You know, here we are. We're in April, man, and it was almost 59 degrees today. At one point, it hit 59 degrees. That is unheard of in April. I mean, we've had some great temperatures this year for baseball season.
Well, I was talking to somebody from Ohio today, and they were telling me that it was snowing over there. So to enjoy that 60-degree weather that we were enjoying, 0-1 now the count. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Chargers ahead 7-0. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Outside for ball number 1. Trying to get him to chase. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. In the dirt for ball number 2. 2-2 now the count. 2's across the top of the board.
Deuces wild. And number 2 batting. That's 4 deuces.
2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's poker right there.
I never get that when I'm in Vegas. 2, 3, 10, whatever, 9. You know.
So let's see what Potter can do with those 2s. Right now, Manny Silva doing a great job on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Foul ball.
Heads up.
So the Chargers definitely came out swinging, had scored 1 run in the top of the first, 1 run in the top of the second, 3 runs in the top of the third, and then 2 runs so far. Or, excuse me, last inning, and nothing so far. So let's see if Manny Silva can do something with this one. Segura meeting with Silva at the mound. All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to number 2, Rafael Parra. And number 21 on the mound. Swing and a miss. That's going to be the 3rd strikeout. Manny Silva coming in and dominating right away. Middle of the 5th inning, it is.
Chicken see? Hey,
They know you well. So middle of the 5th inning, it is the Chargers 7, your Yellow Jackets 0. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon for Ed Cachosa ISD YouTube channel and esports.us on our YouTube page. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Edcott Chelsea High School. Yellow Jacket Stadium. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. 32-5, a district matchup. One of two games happening tonight. So thank you for joining us on YouTube, Edcott Chelsea ISD channel. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you for joining us as well. Manny Silva going to bat first.
Up to bat for your Jackets, pitcher number 21, Manny Silva.
Chargers ahead 7-0 in front of the Yellow Jackets. Strike number one. So 0-1 now the count to Manny Silva. Didn't chase, so ball number one. So 1-1 now the count. If you're just joining us, Manny Silva came in to pitch for Joseph Gonzalez. Swing and a miss for strike number two.
Well, I tell you, Anaya's been dealing the night, Joey. He's been bringing it. He really has. You can tell why he's one of the best pitchers in the Rio Grande Valley.
Had a couple of breaking balls that didn't break, but I'll tell you this, I wouldn't want to be hit by his pitches. Swing and a miss for strike number
Especially that
three.
one to Derek Valdez, remember that went behind him, that curveball, that if that would have hit, that would have hurt. Ben Rangel? Yeah.
Next up for your Jackets, left fielder number 15, Ben Rangel.
So number 15, Ben Rangel stepping in. Playing left field tonight. High fly ball. See if it stays in play. Could not get it. Anaya and Recio tried to get that ball.
Where? You mean? Who's winning? Oh my God! We don't need to announce that. Okay? Please.
So 0-1 out of the count. Swing and a miss for strike number two.
Back in baseball history.
0-2.
It's a football game right there.
Timeout. Catcher trying to adjust his equipment. 0-2.
There we go.
Nice little bouncer to third baseman. Third baseman gets it. And that's going to be out number two.
Aaron, right?
Next up for the Jackets, shortstop number 1, Aaron Sandoval.
Your shortstop, Aaron Sandoval, is stepping in now. Sandoval's only time at the plate was a fly out to left field. So ball number one to Sandoval. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Anaya trying to finish this inning quickly, so foul ball.
He was lying. It's
14-1, Pete. Get it right.
Yeah, that's much better.
I don't even want to know.
Who threw for him?
1-1 the count,
Tanaka.
2 outs. In the dirt for ball number 2.
Astros are doing that.
2-1 the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth inning. Edcott Chelsea trailing 7-0. Outside for ball number 3. In the box, Aaron Sandoval. Going to hit Sandoval. Going to get to first base the hard way. Sandoval trying to start something for his Yellow Jackets. Now coming up to bat number 7.
With a runner at first, that's going to bring up designated hitter number 7, Alex Loyola.
Loyola, you're playing DH tonight. Loyola's only time at in the box was last time we got a strikeout. Strike number 1 to the DH. Aaron Sandoval on first base, taking a big lead. Alex, nice little play to third base, and he gets there in time. So now you got runners on first and second. Nice little hit. And great hustle by Noyola getting out there. Now coming up to bat.
With runners at second and first, that's going to bring us back to the top of the order. Now batting, first baseman number 2, Jaron Garcia.
That was a rally. One thing, Joey, I'm going to say about the Jackets, and I've covered them quite a bit this year. They, for some reason, they do the majority of their damage with 2 outs. So, curious to see if lightning strikes again here. But for, as many games as I've seen, they seem to they love the pressure. I don't know what it is, but they must love the pressure. But with 2 outs, that's normally when they score.
Well, let's see if they can pull some kind of rally right now. Runners on first and second. Almost had him.
Well, you see Coach Garza's not happy.
Coach telling him, hey, there's no need to get tagged out right now. 2 outs. We're trailing 7-0. But a little more conservative than that. Swing and a miss for strike number 1, or number 2, excuse me. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. In the dirt for ball number 1. 1-2 the count. Top of the lineup for your Jackets. Foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the lefty. Foul ball once again, trying to stay alive there. Brownsville Veterans coming in first place in this district. They're playing like they want to keep in that position. Timeout called by the batter. Now it's Jaron Garcia. Nice little hit over the second baseman's head. That's going to be deep enough to score at least 1 run. So 1 run scores off a nice little hit by Jaron Garcia. Held up at second. But right now, that's a good way to start off.
Fans, let's see those rally towels. Just trying to get them going. Now batting right fielder number 14, Elian Lopez.
So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Elian Lopez stepping in. Back-to-back lefties.
I just found a food giveaway. Little Caesars did a pizza night at the park where they gave away pizzas to the fans. That was somewhere in Detroit. I'm still trying to look it up, but Little Caesars pizza night.
Interesting.
You mentioned food. I'm going to find it.
Swing and a miss for strike number 1. So 1-1 now the count. Lopez trying to continue the rally for the Yellow Jackets.
You know,
Third
one
or second, not going to be in time.
One I always like Joey's. You know, now a lot of the professional sports do a salute to the service, and a lot of teams do camo industry tonight. You know, camo caps, camo jerseys, stuff like that. So that's always a special one. You know, salute to the service veterans.
So Bach called. It's going to advance both runners. Now both runners in the scoring position.
That's gonna be it for tonight, I think.
So let's see what the discussion is going to be out there. So now 1-1 to count.
Fans, I know you got your rally towels. I want to see them working this time. Your Jackets need them. Let's get those rally towels going.
Both runners in scoring position. You got Elian Lopez in the box, the lefty, batting number 2 tonight. High for ball number 2. Little chink in Anaya's armor. Yellow Jackets taking advantage of it. Rally towels going. Bottom of the 5th inning. Oh, almost hit Lopez.
The bases loaded for possibly Joseph Gonzalez.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. And Joseph Gonzalez on deck. Timeout called.
That was a Henry Rowan Gardner pitch there. You remember when he got his arm back, just floated. Little Henry Rowan Gardner.
I had forgotten about that.
Henry Rowan Gardner.
3 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base on second and third. Lopez calls timeout once again.
Yes.
Swing and a miss for strike number 2. So now full count to Elian Lopez. Ball number 4. That's going to walk him. So now bases
We
loaded
got the bases loaded, ladies and
for
gentlemen.
Joseph Gonzalez.
I gotta see those towels going. You can't stop now. Now batting for your Jackets, number 20, Joseph Gonzalez.
So Joseph Gonzalez coming in, stepping in. Only hit against Anaya. That's going to be to that was to left field. Ball number 1 to Gonzalez. Talked about it earlier when he almost got hit in the shoulder. Kind of gave Anaya a little look. They call that a strike?
Yeah, he swung and a miss.
Oh, okay. Missed that. High fly ball. Shallow center field. It's caught for a third out, and that's going to end the rally. All right, the end of the 5th inning. It is the Chargers 7, Yellow Jackets 1 here at Ed Cachelsa High School.
73.
Welcome back to Edcott Chelsea High School. Yellow Jackets Stadium. Yellow Jackets trailing 7-1 against the Brownsville Veterans Chargers. Joey Calillo with John Cannon. Got your broadcasts on YouTube at Edcott Chelsea ISD channel. And, of course, on esports.us Facebook. So number 13 coming in, that's going to be Jesus Carr. Manny Silva doing a great job the first time he got onto the mound the first time. So what he does in this inning, top of the 6th inning. Foul ball. Both of Jesus's at-bats have been fly balls to center field, or down the middle, excuse me. Been a pretty active batter at the number 9 spot. One ball, one strike. To Carr, who's playing second base tonight. In the dirt for ball number 2. So, like I said, Carr's playing or batting 9th in the lineup. 2 for 2 tonight. Big hit to left field. Left fielder gets it. Ben Rangel back there, big number 15, catching that ball for out number 1.
Out to bat for the Chargers, center fielder number 6, Rafael Capistran.
So the number 1 batter for the Chargers coming up. Wearing number 6, playing center field, Rafael Capistran. Big hit once again to left field. Rangel's going to get under it for out number 2. Nice job by Silva, and then, of course, Rangel getting underneath both those balls.
Now batting for the Chargers, designated hitter number 8, Brandon Betancourt.
So Brandon Betancourt, number 8, stepping in, the lefty. Ball number 1. Man, he's done a nice job not extending his pitch count. So now 1-1 to count. Man, he really silenced the bats of the Chargers, don't you think, John?
Done a good job. Coming into relief, done a really good job.
Outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now the count.
He's been able to, keep the ball in play, force some pop-ups, and not really allow them to get a good read on the bat. He's pitching them inside or outside roll, where they're having to reach or kind of having to pull inside.
2-1 on that count. Kind of jammed the batter. Silva's going to get it. Throw to first. Not going to be in time. So nice job by Betancourt running it out.
Next up for the Chargers, shortstop number 5,
And
Christian Holloway.
I was trying to wonder if Segura was going to pick that ball up. Took a little bit of time deciding who was going to take it, Silva or Segura. Silva into getting the ball and not in time. So 2 outs. You've got a runner on first base. Brownsville Veterans leading 7-1, top of the 6th inning. Holloway with a big hit down the middle. just past Silva's head. That was a dangerous line drive.
Next up with the Chargers, pitcher number 4, Justin Anaya.
So Anaya now coming in. Runners on first and second for the Chargers.
Notice a lot of these Charger batters have those little charts on their wrist. It kind of tell them, you know, what the situation is, what they got to do. You don't see that very often on a lot of batters, especially 1 through 9. They all have them on.
Well, you know, that's something that's become very popular. A couple years ago, I know Wesco instituted when they had their district run in softball. First year for Coach Rodriguez using that, but basically it's a copycat type of situation, and you see a lot of teams using, and of course in football they always used it, but now baseball's really instituted that, and softball's done the same thing. Big hit, that's going to be just foul.
I know you see a lot of that in collegiate baseball. You know, I watch college baseball quite a bit, but you're right. More and more often you're starting to see some of these high school teams do that, and it's more situations to know what to do. And with a great team like Vets, I mean, you almost don't have to look at them, but it just tells you how how well prepared they are for each and every situation that comes about.
Well, gone are the days where you used to do those signals. Not as much anymore. In the dirt for ball number 1, both runners advance, or ball number 1. So 1-1 now the count. So 1-2, he says. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Missed that first strike. Runners on second and third. Anaya back to the pitcher. Nice little toss, and that'll be the 3rd out. So the middle of the 6th inning from Edcott Chelsea High School Yellow Jacket Stadium. It is the Chargers from Veterans Memorial 7. The Edcott Chelsea Yellow Jackets 1. Joey Calvillo with John Cannon for Edcott Chelsea ISD YouTube and esports.us on our Facebook page. All right, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Edcott Chelsea High School Yellow Jacket Stadium.
Jackets catcher number 10, Matt.
Chargers are ahead 7-1. Big number 10, Matt Segura, stepping in for the Yellow Jackets, trying to cut into the lead, trailing by 6. Anaya with over 70 pitches tonight. And you look at the zeros on the scoreboard. That was ever since Silva stepped in relief.
Done a great job. I tell you, we talk about what he's done. He's really kept them at bay, pitching inside and outside. And you see these guys, they're pulling the pitch and just not able to really get anything because they're kind of crunching in to get it. And you're seeing a lot of little bloopers and blops and little, shots of the catcher that's throwing them right out.
High fly ball to left center for Segura.
Pitch hitting for the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Nick Reyes.
Doing a good job. What I was trying to say, he's doing a good job jamming him inside. Manny's been able to jam him inside where a lot of these guys are trying to catch it, but instead of really getting good meat on the bat, it's hitting right in front of the catcher or the pitcher, and that's just making it easy outs.
So Nick Reyes stepping in. 0-1 to count. 0-2 the count now. 1 out. Reyes trying to start something. Gets jammed for strikeout number 1. All right, let's see who's coming up to bat now for the Yellow Jackets.
Next up for your Jackets, pitcher number 21, Manny Silva.
Manny Silva batting 6th in the lineup. Foul ball.
He's done a good job on the mound. Let's see if he can get something going on the bats.
Last time at bat, he struck out. So let's see what he can do right now. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. 0-2 the count now.
Chances are coming really low, Joey. The Jackets really only have 4 more outs in this game. So, they need to get in the thing. They need to get it quick. Down 6. They need something.
That's right. Time is running out for the Yellow Jackets. Trailing by 6. Bottom of the 6th inning. High for ball number 1.
And I tell you, I think it was the last inning. They had a golden opportunity. They had bases loaded. With the meat of their lineup up, but just give Anaya credit. He got himself out of a jam, a big jam, and kept no runs on the board. 1 run. I'm sorry. They did score 1 run.
It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wild pitch for ball number 2. So now 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To number 21, Manny Silva, your relief pitcher for tonight. Talk about softball earlier, John. Lady Jackets are supposed to play Mercedes-Town. Got rained out. They'll play on Thursday. Foul ball.
Yeah, they're going to reschedule for Thursday night, 7 o'clock at Mercedes. This is one of very few games in this district for boys and girls going on tonight. The only other game that I know of is Donna High and Brownsville Lopez baseball.
Swing and a miss. That's going to be the 3rd strike. And that's going to end this inning. So at the end of 6th inning, it is Brownsville Veteran Chargers 7, Yellow Jackets 1. Thank you for joining us on EEISD's YouTube page, along with esports.us on our Facebook page. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at the top of the 7th inning. the 7th inning here at Yellow Jacket Stadium on the campus of Ed Calciosa High School. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon. Yellow Jackets are trailing 7-1. Trying to put together some kind of rally. Manny Silva doing a great job in relief,
Up to the plate for the Chargers, catcher number 7.
putting zeros on the scoreboard against this Charger team that's been pretty hot with the bats. Number 7, the Seal coming in. Aaron playing catcher tonight for the Chargers. Batting number 5 in the lineup. Nice little hit to the shortstop. Gets it. And Sandoval does not get the... It's Gonzalez. Oh, excuse me. Joseph Gonzalez playing shortstop. Gets that ball and misses
Next up
the
for the
throw.
Chargers, left fielder number 3, Javier Hinojosa.
So Javier Hinojosa coming up to bat. Runners on first base. No outs. Manny Silva on the mound for your Yellow Jackets. Throw to first. Not going to be in time. Segura thought he had him. Or at least keeping him honest. Nice little bunt to the third baseman. Gets that, throws it out. Nope. Ball's going to get past the first baseman. Fielding error. They're going to try to bring him in. Segura gets him. Nope. Misses the tag, does not get him. So run scores. Catcher for the Yellow Jackets getting Segura not getting the tag in time.
Now batting for the Chargers, first baseman number 11, Ruben Gallegos.
Ball number 1. So no outs. Ruben Gallegos up to bat. 8-1 now the score. Caught the outside corner for strike number 1. So, yeah, caught a strike. So 1-1 now the count. Hit back to the pitcher. And gets the first out at first.
Up next for the Chargers, third baseman number 2, Rafael Parra.
So Parra batting number 9 in the lineup. Got a runner on third base now. 1 out. Yellow Jackets trailing 8-1. Almost went for it. So ball number 1. Outside for ball number 2. Nice job by Segura stopping that ball. That might have brought a run in. Two 2-0 the count, 1 out. Yellow Jackets are trailing 8-1. Big old hit to left field. That's going to score at least 1 run. So an RBI single for Parra, batting 8th in the lineup.
Now batting for the Chargers, second baseman number 13, Jesus Carr.
So Jesus Carr, bottom of the lineup, got a runner on first base, 1 out. 9-1 now the score.
Take Carr's done a good job tonight in the ninth hole. He's had a couple of hits. Normally, your ninth batter is supposed to be, I guess, what you call your weakest batter. But if he's the weakest batter, that's a scary lineup.
Well, yeah, you talked about those 2 hits. He's 2 for 3 tonight. 2 down, right down the middle. Both singles. So 0-1 now the count. Foul ball. Count is 0-2 now to Jesus Carr. Swing and a miss. Third strike. Gets past the catcher. And because the base was covered, runner can advance, but the batter can't. So runner advances now in scoring position.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Rafael Capistran.
So Capistran coming up. 4th at bat, or 5th at bat. It's going to be a high fly ball to right center. It's going to drop. It's going to bring in 1 run. So stand up double for Capistran. So now the score is 10-1 in favor of the Chargers. He's got a runner on second base. Got a pinch hitter coming in now.
Pinch hitting for the Chargers, right fielder number 10, Jesus Lozano.
Jesus Lozano is going to come in for his DH. First time bat for Jesus. Strike number 1. So 0-1 to count, 2 outs. Jackets trailing 10-1. Top of the 7th inning. Outside for ball number 1. So 1-1 now the count, 2 outs. Manny Silva doing a great job on the mound right now, trying to get 3rd out for his team. High for ball number 2. So 2-1 now the count. Big hit to left field. Left fielder's going to get under it. And that's going to be out number 3. So the middle of the 7th inning here from Edcott Chelsea High School, 10-1 in favor of the Veterans Memorial Chargers. Joey Calvillo with John Cannon. We'll see you at the last half inning.
Veterans in the drivers.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Ed Cachelsa High School, Yellow Jacket Stadium. Jackets are trading 10-1. Joey Calvillo alongside John Cannon.
Left fielder number 15.
Ben Rangel coming up.
Rangel.
New pitcher for the Chargers, Lozano. So let's see if the Jackets can put together some kind of rally, starting off with number 7 batter of the lineup. Big hit to the third baseman. Third baseman picks it up, and that's going to be out number 1.
Next up in the Jacket, shortstop number 1, Aaron Sandoval.
So Aaron Sandoval now stepping in, batting 8 in this lineup. Stands in there for strike number 1. Just missed for ball number 1. So 1-1 now the count to Aaron Sandoval. Ball number 2. 2-1 now the count to Sandoval. Be a nice opportunity right now for the Yellow Jackets to get something started, trailing by 9 runs. Foul ball. So 2-2 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Oh, almost made him go for it. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Sandoval wanted to chase that ball a little bit. Full count to Sandoval. Aaron Sandoval, that is. Nice little chopper to the third baseman. Sandoval's going to try to run it out and doesn't get there in time. So out number 2. 1 out left for the Yellow Jackets to come up with something.
Alex Noyola.
So Alex, the number 9 batter in the lineup, wearing number 7 tonight, trying to get something started. Strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. 2 outs. Trailing 10-1. Curveball just missed for 1-1. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning. Alex Noyola. Foul ball down the first base line. So Noyola batting 9 in the lineup. Yellow Jackets trailing 10-1, 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Nice little hit to shallow left, or excuse me, shallow right. That's going to be caught by the second baseman, and that's going to be the game.
And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score: the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers 10, The Ed Calcios Yellow Jackets won. We want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. Hope you guys have a very
So thank you for joining us this afternoon or this evening
rest of the work
for Yellow Jackets baseball. Brownsville Veteran Chargers 10,